I booked a trip to Mexico after my boyfriend canceled Christmas plans, and now he's threatening to break up with me. My boyfriend Jake and I have been dating since June. We live 400 miles apart, so it's long distance, but we make it work by seeing each other twice a month. I do all the traveling because he has full custody of his teenage daughter and says the drive is too much for him. Christmas is really hard for me and my 5-year-old daughter because my husband and stepson died in a car accident 2 years ago right before the holidays. I usually take my daughter to Mexico during Christmas week because being somewhere warm and different helps us get through the pain. But this year was going to be different. In November, Jake found out his work schedule and got super excited because he had Christmas off for the first time in years. He kept talking about how amazing it would be to spend our first Christmas together and meet my extended family. I was over the moon. I asked him like 3 times if he was sure about leaving his mom on Christmas, and he said it was fine because they don't really celebrate big anyway, and he usually works during the holidays. So I canceled our Mexico trip and started planning this whole Christmas dinner with my family. My daughter was actually excited too because Jake's daughter was coming, and they've become really good friends. She even said she'd rather do Christmas with them than go to Mexico, which was huge for her. Then exactly 1 week before Christmas, Jake calls me sounding all weird. He goes, "I've been thinking, and I don't feel right leaving my family on Christmas. Plus the weather looks bad for driving." My heart just sank. I told him I understood, but that meant we wouldn't see each other until December 30th because of his work schedule. He was totally fine with that, like it was no big deal. I was devastated. Not just disappointed, but like genuinely hurt because this brought up all these feelings from losing my husband right before Christmas. I even apologized to Jake for having those emotions and said I knew they weren't totally logical. Since our Christmas plans were canceled, I called the resort in Mexico and luckily got our same room back. My daughter was actually relieved because Christmas at home is still really hard for us, and she loves how peaceful she feels in Mexico. When I told Jake we were going to Mexico instead, he completely lost it. He started yelling about how I'm unreliable and flip-flop on everything. He said he couldn't see a future with someone who makes impulsive decisions like this. I was so confused. I said, "Jake, you literally just canceled on me a week before Christmas. If I can't see you at my family's Christmas, then I can't see you in Mexico either. What's the difference?" He couldn't explain why he was so mad. He just kept saying I was being dramatic and that I should have stayed home to be available if his plans changed again. Like I was supposed to just sit around waiting for him to maybe want to see me. The weirdest part is he got mad that I didn't ask to join his family's Christmas instead, but he never invited me, and when I mentioned it, he said his mom wasn't ready to meet me yet. So now he's threatening to break up with me because I'm taking my daughter on a healing trip that we've done for 2 years straight. Meanwhile, he's spending Christmas with his family, which is exactly what he wanted. I'm starting to think he just wanted me to cancel my plans and sit at home missing him while he enjoyed his family time. Mexico, here we come.